Sairam to all. My most loving salutations at the lotus feet of our Divine Mother, and Sairam to all of you. The very first line that I would say is I would offer the speech to the Lord. The first line that I would say is Japo. Well, this is a very famous line in Saundarya Lahari. Japo Jalpa Shilpam Sakalamapi Mudra Virachana. That means my speech, my gossip, be a japa at your lotus feet. I consider my speech or my words as a japa at your lotus feet. Please give me the strength. Now, the very first thing is I would like to say how I was chosen to be a Swami student. I was never a Balvika student. Occasional, you know, occasionally used to go and visit, sing bhajans or, go for a bhajan, this thing. But I was never into any Balvikas or any such activity in my childhood. But I think probably I was one of the chosen ones by Swami that he chose me to be his student. I wouldn't say I considered myself as a student, but he chose me as his student. Uh, like I would say, he's a magnet, and we are all the iron filings who get attracted to him. Actually, he attracts us. He's a magnet. He attracts us, and we like iron filings go and get attracted. That is how I consider my journey with Sai. That I was attracted, or maybe he attracted me towards him. How I got into Swami's fold was like, we were living in Lucknow at that time, and I had just completed my 10th standard, looking for a subject to be for my further studies. Now, since my father was in Lucknow, and then he was about to get transferred, maybe like within 6 to 8 months, in between my 11th and 12th, he was going to get transferred back to Delhi, or so there would be a pause in my studies, like between 11th and 12th. So I was suggested by somebody to go to, why don't you study in Swami's institution? So, okay, fine. Now, the question was how to procure the forms. There was no phone, there was no mobile, not even the basic landline calls for me to even, call somebody, ask somebody to send me the forms through some channel. Like, channel was Nandalal Auntie, who was a very good neighbor. Her daughters were studying in Anandpur at that time, and she suggested, why not? Jayashree, go and study at Anandpur. This is how my journey of a Swami student began. Now, the thing was how to, okay, we got the forms, we filled up the forms, and waiting for a call from Anandpur to come and, join. Now, month passed, month and a half, like sometime in April, I filled up the form. The entire May went off without any news from the Anandpur that I have got admission or I have not got admission. Suddenly, one fine day, I get a letter from Anandpur, one envelope I get from Anandpur, Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, that you have to come and report within 3-4 days. Now, 3-4 days in the month of June without any reservation, how to travel? That was the biggest question. From Lucknow, there was no direct train to, just from Delhi, we had this Karnataka Express, but from Lucknow, there was no direct train to reach Anandpur. Now, the first step was like this thing that was taught by Swami was take the first step and I'll guide you after that. The first step that was taken, my father said, no, let's move, we'll manage somehow. So that was the first step that we had taken. Let's move out first. So you won't believe my journey to Anandpur was an adventurous one. Like, I think my father and I, we would have changed about 5-6 trains to reach Anandpur. Actually, 5-6 trains. I would, I don't know how we somehow managed to reach Anandpur, actually. Fine. Now, the thing was, uh, you were under the protection of your parents, your mother, your father. Your mother was doing all your jobs, your father was taking care. You knew you could share your feelings with your parents. The first step was leaving my mother because my father was coming to drop me. So you had come out of that first. Now, after reaching Anandpur, now it was my father's turn to drop me and then go back to Lucknow. Now the fear was, how will I live now? I'm all alone now. Kind of, I was all about 16 at that time, just finished my 10th. So the very first thing when I reached the hostel, the very first quote that I saw of Swami was, "Why fear when I am here?" That instilled a lot of confidence in me. Yes, I can live for for whatever I'm going to pursue, the subjects or the studies that I'm going to pursue over there. So the first this thing was, why fear when I am here? So the first thing that I learned was, if you determine to do something, the determination, the first D of Swami, that Swami says, determination. You determine and I'll take care of the rest. So that was the first thing that I learned in the journey of, during that particular journey. Now, the second thing was, when my hostel life started, I saw the teachers' dedication. I mean, everybody was so loving towards these students, like each one was taken care of. So that was the kind of dedication that was instilled in the teachers by Swami. So that was amazing. Another D that I learned was a dedication, actually, shown by the teachers. The third thing was, okay, now you went over there. Now the life starts over there with morning 5 o'clock, the gong goes for Suprabhatam. That is discipline. That was instilled in us. You get up at 5, you have time for everything. You do this at this particular time, you're doing this at this particular time, you're doing this. So there was discipline in everything. That was the third D that I learned, was a discipline in Swami's Institute. The fourth thing came as devotion. Now, every day, morning, evening, you chant God's name. Yes, I come from a very devoted family. My father does his Gayatri Japa morning and evening. He does Ramanama Tarakam every day. So I come from a very devotional family, a very spiritual family. But when you are small, obviously you don't chant so much like your parents. जैसे हम बचपन में playful होते थे. Yes, I was also a playful this thing. But over there, I learned devotion. That was taught by Swami. The fourth D, devotion. The fifth D that was taught by Swami during my student life was discrimination between the right and the wrong. This is right, this is wrong. The discrimination that was taught by Swami is the 5 Ds that were basically taught by Swami during my student life in Anandpur. Now come to talk of why fear when I am here. That caught my attention. That was like Swami is there all through. I mean, these things, like I can narrate one or two instances. What how Swami has helped me, and he's always said, "Why fear when I am here?" Just to quote one small instance, like when I was expecting my daughter Dikshita, that time I had a few complications. Now, in the 8th month of my pregnancy, I was asked to go to Gangaram Hospital for a fetal echo test. There was some kind of virus problem inside me, some kind of complication. So that came as a big jolt for all of us. Now, what? Now, Venkatesh, since he gave me that kind of support, he said, Swami is there, Sai is there, why fear? Fine. I went in and I asked the doctor, why is this fetal echo required at this stage? So she said, because of the virus that was inside you, there could be a hole in the heart, or there could be some other problem which could be addressed right in the womb itself. I said, fine, let's go. Went. The very, you know, when I was just about to enter that room, a song crossed my this thing, which I had heard many times in my hostel. The song is something like परवरदिगारे आलम साई तू है सहारा बिगड़े हुए बना दे मालिक तू है हमारा परवरदिगारे आलम साई तू है सहारा, भूले है राह हम तो मंजिल तू ही बता दे, भटके मुसाफिरों को कोई रास्ता दिखा दे, तेरे सिवा यहाँ पे कोई नहीं हमारा, बिगड़े हुए बना दे मालिक तू है हमारा, परवरदिगारे आलम साई तू है सहारा. The song kept ringing in my mind, and yes, Sai was there. He made all the bigda come, and my daughter was absolutely hale and hearty. She was born hale and hearty. She didn't have that virus inside her, which was again told that she might also get that virus. And by Swami's grace, she was absolutely fine. And by God's grace, by Swami's grace, she's doing really very well now. That is all His divine grace. Now, there are many instances, very small instances in my life when Swami has always said, he says, take one step, I'll be there with you. I'll take 100 steps towards you. This is also very true. During the divine visit, Swami's divine visit to Delhi in 2009, I think, yes. So the preparations were all going on at Sai Center. And as usual, my husband, Venkatesh, was a resident of Sai Center only at that time, without any this thing of, botheration about the home front at that particular point of time. Now, suddenly, before the night before Swami's arrival to Delhi, he calls me up around 8:15 or so. He tells me, Jayashree, the basic thing that has been left out is to keep fruits and elaichi in the car, Swami's car. Now what? Who will arrange for it? I am busy. I cannot. By the time I come back home, the shops would have closed. Now, Dwarka, that time, then I didn't have a car at that time. The car that was there with us was taken by Venkatesh at that point. So I didn't have any means to go to the market. And that time there was only one market in Dwarka, that was a Sector 4 market. There was nothing else around you. And Dwarka roads were bilkul sunsan, absolute sunsan at that time. Didn't know what to do. So Venkatesh said, can you arrange for something? I said, let me check if I can go down. So I went down. I came out of my society, stood there for 5 minutes, looked here and there. I didn't get anything, no rickshaw, nothing to go to the market. So I thought of walking down to the main road, Chauraha. I said, fine, maybe if I find something over there. I started walking, and from nowhere, believe it, from nowhere, there was a rickshaw wala who was like, I mean, I thought that the person was Baba himself, who, the thing was, I felt कि मैंने एक step लिया to go down, and then he knows how to get his job done. He was there already. He had prepared already. He was just testing me कि whether I'll be taking that one particular step or not. So that was it. He took me to the market. I got those elaichis and got the basket of fruit and all. And he asked me, Beta, aap ghar वापस कैसे जाओगे? I said, Baba, I don't know. How will I go home? He said, aap jo lena hai le lo. I'll wait for you. He dropped me back. I bought all the things. He dropped me back home. And after that, when I turned back, believe it or not, I couldn't see the rickshawala behind me. So it was purely, it was Swami, it was Baba there standing for you at that particular point of time. Otherwise, at 8:15 or 8:30 in Dwarka, abhi to khair, Dwarka has grown very big. You get everything over there. In and around you, there are plenty of markets. But I think that particular time, it wasn't there. So, mere liye, this was like, maybe it is a very small thing, but for me, it was like Swami was there with me at that time, guiding and guarding me. मेरे को मार्केट लेके गए, मेरे को घर महफूज से ड्रॉप किया, Yes, I felt I was very safe at that time. So these are all the small instances where Swami says, when Swami says, why fear when I am here? It is a fact. When he is there, we don't have to fear at all for anything. And you know, in Mahabharata, uh, in one of the this thing I have read in I think in Tapovanam only I read, when Lord Krishna asked Kunti, that now that after the Mahabharata war, when Krishna asked Kunti that now what do you want from me, now that your sons have settled, they've got their kingdom back, now what? She says, Krishna, I don't want anything, any material wealth or anything from you. I want you to give me troubles so that I remember you at all times, so that I have that kind of faith instilled inside me, a steadfast faith inside me, that yes, even if you give me troubles, you will be there with me, protecting me. Because when my sons had gone for Agyatvas or Vanvas or whatever, you were there with them, guiding them, guarding them. And I didn't have any I didn't have any fear about my sons at that time. I knew for a fact that you were there with them. So that's what I want from you. Give me troubles so that I remember you. I'm not saying that you give me all pleasures in life. Pleasures means हम तो भगवान को भूल ही जाते हैं. जब हम बहुत खुश होते हैं तो हम भगवान को याद ही नहीं करते हैं. जब ऐसे मौके आते हैं ना, तब भी हम कहते हैं कि yes, Baba, please help me, please save me, please do this, please do that. So that's what Kunti asked. Give me the strength to bear all the test that you put me to. That is what Kunti asked. So we must have that kind of faith in Swami. And your Swami can read your mind at any point of time. And Swami ke muh se sunna, Manchi Pilla, I got it once in my lifetime when I was a student. Manchi Pilla means good girl. Good girl from Swami's mouth. I was elated at that time. I didn't know. I felt I was in the seventh heaven at that time कि भैया मेरे को तो Swami ने good girl बोल दिया उस time पे. I was like, it was during one of the, during Swami's birthday. Swami's birthday में हम लोगों को saris मिलता था. We used to get saris from Swami. And in one of those Pad Namaskars, he came, he blessed me, he said, good girl. And that was a, पता नहीं ऐसा लगा था मुझे को बहुत बड़ा खजाना, some big treasure that I got from hearing good girl from Swami's mouth was a big treasure for me actually. Yes, it was a big treasure for me. So there were many small instances, many things that I still cherish about living in Anandpur. I learned how to be Swami molded us in such a way that we got our degrees also. We studied in his institution. We got our degrees. We got his love. We were made a human proper, a proper, how do you say, a self-sufficient person, that he molded you to be a self-sufficient person in life. He's taught us many things. Ultimately, the degree that he says, degree subject ka degree lena, it's a big thing. The degree that you must attain when you're living in my college is my love, my divine love. That is the highest degree that you're going to get from me. If you get that divine love from me, there's nothing beyond that. So these are the 5Ds, the routines, the I really cannot put them much into words, that what I learned, it was all a treasure for me. What I learned from Swami was a big treasure for me, which is beyond description, beyond me to put it in words actually for me, because his love was so immense and so immense that really I have no words to say. And lastly, I would say that I just read one quote today when I got up in the morning. If you seek my advice and help, it shall be given to you at once. I shall be ever active and vigorous even after leaving this earthly body. I am ever living to help and guide all who came to me, who surrender to me, and who seek refuge in me. Have faith in Sai, and he'll surely help. Yes, we must have that faith in Swami, and we, at least, at least for me, I would always say, why fear when Sai is there? Sai Ram.